In most of the world, you text people on a chat app. In Brazil, you run on your entire life on one. Your bank, your doctor, your landlord, the store down the street, the government, all of it happens inside the same little chat window where you message your mom. A texting app quietly became the operating system of a country of 200 million people. Nobody planned it, and once you see why it happened, you wonder why your country doesn't have it. Let me show you. Let me set the scene for anyone who's never been to Brazil. Practically, practically everyone with a phone here is on WhatsApp. Well, over 140 million people. We're talking near total penetration, somewhere around 98-99% of people with a smartphone. That's not most people, that's basically everyone. Your grandmother, your plumber, the president. Brazil is the second biggest WhatsApp market on earth, right behind India. Now, here's what an America has to understand. To you, WhatsApp is that app I use to talk to my cousin abroad. Here, it's not an app you open sometimes. It's the front door to kind of everything. And the reason this happened is pure product history. Three things lined up, none of them on purpose. First, timing and price. Go back to the early 2010s. Text messages here were expensive. You paid per SMS. WhatsApp showed up for free, and the carriers did something that turbocharged it. They zero rated it. Using WhatsApp didn't burn your data. So there was zero fraction to join and a real cost to staying off it. Everyone peeled in fast. Not 30% of the country, not 60, effectively all of it. And that number, effectively all of it, is the whole story actually. Hold on to it. Because something strange happens when a single app hits 100% of a country. It stops being an app and it starts becoming infrastructure. Here's the part that breaks American brains. When everybody is already in one place, every business follows them there. Why build an app nobody downloads when your customer is already in their chat list? So in Brazil, your bank talks to you on WhatsApp. You negotiate a bill, ask for a second copy of an invoice, even apply for things all in chat. Your doctor's office books your appointment there. Public services run hotlines on it. There's even a national emergency line for domestic violence you can reach over WhatsApp. And commerce? This is the wild one. Millions of small businesses in Brazil don't have a website. They don't have an app. They have a phone number. Picture it. Yeah, you see something you like on the store's profile. You message them, do you have this in blue? They send a photo, you say yes, you send the money, they send a tracking code. The storefront, the catalog, the shopping cart, the checkout, and customer support. All of it inside one conversation. For someone who builds products, that's insane in the best way. It's a complete e-commerce funnel running on top of plain text messages. No store builder, no app, no stack. More than 5 million Brazilian businesses use the business version of this. Tens of billions of dollars in commerce flow through chat in Brazil every year. That's the definition of an operating system, isn't it? Not the thing you use, the thing everything else is built on top of. And there's a brutal test for whether something has become infrastructure. What breaks when it goes down? Damn. When WhatsApp has a global outage, Brazil doesn't just lose its memes. Stores can sell, support lines go dark, appointments stall. It makes the news as an economic story, not as a tech hiccup. That's the tell, and it's a fucking mess. When the app goes down and the economy flinches, that app was never just an app. For a while, one thing was still missing from this operating system: money. You could chat, browse, and arrange the sale, But to actually pay, you'd leave the conversation. If you saw my video on Pix, Brazil's instant free government-built payment system, you already know money here moves in seconds at no cost between anyone. So the obvious next move was to put that money rail inside the chat. WhatsApp tried this back in 2020, it launched payments. And Brazil's central bank shut it down in about like a week. Not because it failed, because it was suddenly about to control payments for the entire country and the regulator wanted to set the rules first. It came back in 2021, then payments to business opened up. And just this year, in 2026, WhatsApp rolled out payment links in Brazil that plug straight into Pix and other methods. So you can pay in full without ever leaving the thread. Now stand back and look at what that adds up to. Messaging, catalogs, customer support, and money all in one window. Tax, your bank, your shopping, your payments, one surface for your whole economic life. There's a name for that. It's a super app. China built one on purpose, WeChat, designed top to bottom to be everything app. Brazil got one by accident. Nobody set out to build a super app there. The country just behaved its way into one on top of a foreign chat app from the bottom up. That difference, built on purpose versus grown by behavior, is the most interesting thing about the whole story. So here's the question that's going to be in the comments, I think. Why doesn't the US have this? And the answer isn't that Americans are behind. It's that the US is built differently at the foundation. For a single chat app to become a country's operating system on this, one thing has to be true first. Almost everyone has to be on the same one. Brazil got that, the US never did. In America, messaging is split on purpose. There's iMessage, the Apple's walled garden, the blue bubbles versus green bubbles thing. There's plain SMS, there's Messenger, there's MMS. And WhatsApp is the talking to people overseas app. About like a third of American adults use it. No single platform got anywhere near 100%. So none of them ever become the protocol. If there's no one place where literally everyone is, no business can bet its entire customer relationship on it. So commerce in the US scattered into websites, into separate app for every single store, into email, into call centers. 10 apps, 10 logins, 10 places. The American has an app for the bank, an app for the airline, an app for the coffee shop. The Brazilian has one thread. And look, the American setup has a real upside, and I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. When no single company owns the pipe, everyone communicates through. No single company can own your country's conversation or its commerce or hold it hostage. Brazil's convenience comes with a quiet cost. An enormous share of the nation's economic life now runs on a platform a foreign company controls, Meta. Not the government, not a Brazilian institution, one company in California, actually. That's the trade. Frictionless everything in one place versus spread out, redundant, and harder for any one player to capture. Neither is the right answer, the answers to different fears. Here's what I actually want you to take from this, as someone who builds products. Brazil didn't decide to turn a chat app into an operating system. There was no meeting, no master plan. It happened because of one thing. A single platform reached almost 100% of a market. And 100% an app stops being a product and becomes a place. Once everyone is standing in the same room, everything else, stores, banks, the government, money, has every reason to walk into that room too. That's the lesson. Distribution isn't a feature on the product. At total saturation, distribution becomes the platform. The US made a different bet. Keep it fragmented, keep it open, don't let one company own the room. Different fear, different price. And this is exactly the kind of thing you only really see from the inside. From far away, it looks like Brazilians love WhatsApp. From in here, it's a live case study in what total network effects actually do to a country. I build products from inside this ecosystem. And there's a lot out there the rest of the world hasn't noticed it yet. Stick around. I'll keep showing you. Consider subscribing. See you then.